Good morning, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Happy Friday. I'm Allie from the Naples Library, and I am here to deliver your story time of the week. So, this week is so exciting. We get to talk about butterflies. Butterflies are some of the coolest bugs there are. Have you seen any butterflies lately? Think. What color are the butterflies that you see maybe in your yard or maybe at the park? Maybe just walking down the street or in a parking lot. Sometimes they're there too. Are the butterflies you see white? Are they yellow? What about blue or orange? Butterflies come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. Guess how many species or kinds of butterflies there are all over the world? Thousands and thousands and thousands. About 17,500 types of butterflies. That's so many. It's hard to imagine how big that number is. But if you took one of every kind of butterfly and you put them in your bedroom, you would not even be able to fit in there. That's how many butterfly types there are all over the world. Butterflies are so cool. They also have one of the best jobs in the world. Do you know what a butterfly does? Butterflies get to fly around to all the flowers in the whole world, and they stick their little tongues in the flowers, and they take out what is called nectar. It's a sweet, sweet liquid that they get to suck up into their noses and eat. And while they're doing that, they get this stuff called pollen on their legs, and they take that pollen from one flower to another flower, and they help all of the flowers make more flowers. So their jobs are basically like little gardeners. That's the coolest job ever, if you ask me. So not only are they beautiful and friendly, they're super duper important. Are you ready to learn about these awesome bugs? I'm ready. I have 2 books for you today, and then I have an activity too, which I have prepared with help from some of my friends that visited during the Storytime snippet. I'm going to use those to help with our understanding of butterflies. So the first book that we're reading to learn all about butterflies is called See How They Grow, Butterfly. Do you see that big, beautiful butterfly on the cover? This is called a swallowtail butterfly. And do you know what color that butterfly is? It's black and yellow. So we can start right in on this first book here. This is written by Mary Ling, and it is a Dorling Kingsley book, published by Dorling Kingsley. And we're going to find out all about their whole lives right now. So, in the very beginning, a butterfly is an egg. And they're super duper small. So inside this egg is a little tiny eensy weensy caterpillar in a little yellow egg. That egg is no bigger than the period at the end of this sentence, which is that little tiny dot there after the E in sentence. Do you see that? So small. My mother is a butterfly. One day, I will look like her. That's hard to believe since right now you look like that, right? How do we get from here all the way to here? Let's find out. So, I'm ready to hatch, and I nibble a hole in my egg shell, and I wriggle out of the hole. Can you wriggle? Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. At last, says the caterpillar, I am free. Looks kind of weird, doesn't he? Well, baby everything kind of looks weird when it first comes out, right? In this picture, the caterpillar is 1 week old. Each day I grow bigger, and I am always, always hungry. Yum, munch, 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 says the caterpillar. Oh, my skin feels so very tight because I'm eating so much that I am growing fat. So I start to shed my skin. And this is a picture here of a caterpillar shedding its skin to become a bigger caterpillar, making room. So it wriggles out of the old skin. Can you wriggle? Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. Wriggles out of the old skin, and the new skin fits the bigger body. Soon, I grow too big for this skin. With people, our skin grows with us, so we never have to shed it off like caterpillars do. I am 2 weeks old, and my skin is shedding again. Wow, I look different now. I have bright stripes on my body. Wow, actually, kind of a pretty caterpillar now, huh? How many arms and legs do I have? It's hard to see from this picture, but a caterpillar has 6 arms. Can you see them up here? Can you help me count them? 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them's hiding. 5 is hiding underneath here. And 6. And then the legs are harder to count. But you've got 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. And that's 10 legs. I am 3 weeks old now. I am munching on my favorite plant. Other caterpillars are eating it too, so I wriggle to the next plant. Can you wriggle? Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. While I am eating, my striped suit helps hide me from danger. It doesn't look like it would because it's so bright and funny, but it's hard to spot caterpillars when they're on these flowers because of the stripes that they wear. I use my orange horn to scare enemies away. Do you see that funny thing on the back of his head? That's called an orange horn, and it makes them look bigger than they actually are. So sometimes things that are kind of small will avoid them because they think they're bigger. Now I change my shape. I am 4 weeks old. Now I'm a full-grown caterpillar, super duper fat from eating everything in sight. So I search for a safe hiding space. Not up this stalk. This looks like a good spot. My body is changing shape. I molt my skin one more time, and I become a chrysalis. I am no longer a caterpillar. I am now a chrysalis. So I hide inside this chrysalis. And in there, my body does a whole lot of changing. When I am 7 weeks old, I climb out of my pouch. And now I'm a butterfly. That doesn't look like a butterfly. That looks like a silly, silly bug, doesn't it? It's because my new wings are crumpled and wet and very small. You see them there? So it takes a lot of time, and they have to beat their wings, beat their wings, beat their wings, so that they can make them expand and stretch into big butterfly wings. I rest for a while in the warm sunshine. Soon, my wings are flat and I can fly around. Wow. And then, now I am 8 weeks old and I am fully grown. My wings are strong and I can flutter through the meadow. Can you flutter? Flutter, flutter, flutter. I drink sweet nectar from flowers using my long tongue. Do you see that long tongue coming from the front of that butterfly going down into this flower? At last, I look as colorful as my mother, says the butterfly. This is how I grew. I start out as a tiny egg. Then I hatch into a small, teensy-weensy caterpillar. I eat, and I become much bigger. Then I climb up to the top of a plant. I turn into a chrysalis, and then out comes a beautiful butterfly. I have here some help from my friends that I made that helped me with Storytime snippet. So first, we are a tiny little egg on a leaf. Next, out of that comes a little tiny caterpillar. And that little tiny caterpillar munches everything in sight until that little tiny caterpillar becomes a big fat caterpillar, and he crawls all around big and fat. That big fat caterpillar crawls up a plant, and at the top of the plant he turns into a chrysalis. Inside that chrysalis, he does a whole lot of wiggling. He does a whole lot of wriggling. And then he pops out and into a beautiful butterfly at last. Well, it's a good thing that I have you guys here to help me too, because I have a cool activity for us. Can you help me? What we need for this cool activity is one blanket. You can pause me for just a moment while you go get a blanket. All right? Go get one. All right, I hope you came back with a blanket, because we're going to pretend that we're butterflies going through the whole life cycle. Can you start out as an egg? Curl up really, really small on the floor. Put your knees to your chest and cover yourself with a blanket. Cover yourself completely, so small. So you're a little tiny egg. And then all of a sudden, the egg starts to wiggle. You start to wiggle inside because it's not very big in there. And it is time for you to come out. So wiggle yourself a little bit with that blanket. And then you pop out. Pop out of that blanket and you are a caterpillar. What do caterpillars think as soon as they pop out of the egg? Oh, they're like, wow, this world is huge and bright. And boy, am I hungry. But caterpillars can't walk like you and me. They gotta crawl around. So you crawl around the floor, and pretend to munch everything in sight. Eat it up. You're getting fatter. Whoop, 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 whoop. As you eat everything, you get super fat. Now, since you're super big, you start to feel a little bit sleepy. Oh, like you might just want to take a 2-week-long nap. Find your blanket. If you're a little bit sleepy as a big fat caterpillar, you got to find your blanket. Now we're going to stand tall with our blanket. Stand tall and wrap that blanket around the front of you. Both sides, so your blanket should be covering your eyes. Now close your eyes and hold totally still for 5 seconds. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you start to wiggle. Start to wiggle inside of that blanket. It's a little bit tight. It's a little bit stuffy in here, you say to yourself. And a little bit, you can pull one arm of that blanket away, but the other one stays. Wiggle a little bit more. You got to come loose from that blanket, from that chrysalis. Wiggle a little bit more and open it the rest of the way, but keep a hold of the blanket because the blanket is now your wings as a butterfly, and you can fly all over the place. Now do a lap around your living room. Go around your living room and pretend you're a butterfly. Do you have any plants in your house that you can put your tongue in? Use your tongue around in the plants. Help them make other plants. Good job. That's a fun little activity, isn't it? You're a butterfly anyway. All right, I have one more book for us, and this one I also need your help with. I'm going to need you to help me count all of the butterflies in this book, okay? Oh, I need my other paper. All right, this book is called Butterflies Fly, and it's written by Yvonne Weiner, and it is a Pentworthy book. Charles Bridge Pentworthy book. So we start with this. Butterflies fly in a dancing white cloud that covers the field in a gossamer shroud. That's how butterflies fly. Can you help me count the butterflies on this page? How many butterflies do you see? All of these butterflies are white and yellow. I see 1 butterfly, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 butterflies on this page. 6 white butterflies. These butterflies specifically are called large white butterflies. What's on the next page? Ooh. Butterflies move like dancers in step, lavish in ball gowns, a Baroque minuet. That's how butterflies fly. Now this page is a little bit tricky because not all of the butterflies on this page look like this butterfly. Can you find butterflies on this page that look like this butterfly? So these butterflies are not that type of butterfly. This is this type of butterfly. See him? This type of butterfly is called a Gulf fritillary. And then the other butterflies are called dagger butterflies. How many Gulf fritillary, orange, butterflies are there? 1, 2. The rest are all tricksters. Butterflies glide by meandering streams, reflecting the world in colorful dreams. That's how butterflies fly. This butterfly is called a blue mountain swallowtail. How many blue mountain swallowtails can you find in this picture? 1, 2, 3. 3 blue mountain swallowtails. Ooh, this one is so pretty. This butterfly is called an emerald swallowtail. Butterflies waltz in cloaks that gleam, studded with jade and emerald so green. That's how butterflies fly. This one's a little bit tricky too, because some of the butterflies' wings are closed, and on the bottom of their wings, they're a different color than on the top of their wings. So they're kind of hard to spot. How many can you find? One. Ooh, sorry guys. This is hard to hold. One, two. There's a little bit of a wing over here, isn't there? 3, 4. Almost didn't see him, huh? He's pretty camouflage. This is a large copper butterfly. Butterflies frolic in the brisk autumn breeze, mingling with colors that fall from the trees. That's how butterflies fly. These butterflies are orange on the top part of their wing and white on the bottom part of their wing. Can you spot 4 butterflies in this picture? 1, 2, and then down here we have some tricksy ones. 3 and 4. Butterflies rest on blossoms in spring, while crickets chorus and small birds sing. That's how butterflies fly. This type of butterfly is called a Baltimore checker spot, and they are all over the place around here. How many Baltimore checker spots can you find? They're called checker spots because they're checkered. Do you see all their spots? 1, 2, 3. And what is this up here? This is a chrysalis, like we just learned. The caterpillar turns into a chrysalis, and then out comes a butterfly. You guys totally know what kind of butterfly this is, right? Everybody knows this butterfly is a monarch. And boy, oh boy, I think there are too many butterflies here for us to count, aren't there? That's because this type of butterfly, the monarch, they gather and they migrate. Migration is what happens seasonally when different animals go from one part of the world to another part. A lot of times it happens with birds and things that fly. It's a lot easier for them, but it also happens with animals that have feet. So these types of butterflies, monarchs that we see all the way up here in New York, they go all the way to Mexico every year. They fly all the way down there. Little tiny butterflies. Can you believe that? That's so far to go. And they gather by the millions and millions and millions of them. And they'll cover all sorts of huge trees with millions of butterflies. That's why they're pictured like this, because they gather in large groups. This type of butterfly is called a cocoa mort blue. And it looks different in the picture than it does in the beginning, doesn't it? Butterflies sip where tree frogs creep, in gullies so gloomy, in shadows so deep. That's how butterflies fly. These butterflies have a defense mechanism, which means like that's something that protects them from things eating them. And the thing that protects them is this spot on their wing. Do you see? It looks like an eyeball. So things that want to eat these butterflies think that there's something else much, much bigger, so they don't eat them. How many butterflies are in this picture here? It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? 1, 2, and then behind him is 3. Do you see? This butterfly is so beautiful. I wish these lived around here, but they live over in Europe. These are called Apollo butterflies. Butterflies soar in mountains so high, where icy streams flow and peaks touch the sky. That's where butterflies fly. So these butterflies are mostly what color? White. They also have some red. See some red and some black. How many butterflies are in this picture? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And big mountains. Do you see the mountains? Butterflies settle on leaves beneath trees, camouflaged patterns that mimic and tease. That's where butterflies fly. This type of butterfly is called an Indian leaf butterfly. And it's called that because it looks like leaves when it closes its wings. There are 2 butterflies in this picture. Can you show me where those 2 butterflies are? Careful, one of them is hiding. 1, 2. Do you see? If you look very close, you can see his eyeballs. Right there. Butterflies unfold their swallow-tailed wings, bedecked and bejeweled, like crowns fit for kings. That's why butterflies fly. So this is the common swallowtail butterfly. That's the butterfly we learned about in our first book. See, they're the same butterfly. Aren't they pretty? They're all over the place too. I'm sure you can see one in your backyard if you wait long enough. How many swallowtail butterflies do we see? They're mostly yellow with a little bit of blue and a little bit of red. So in this picture, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These ones at the bottom are tricky, aren't they? Next, we have a Cairns birdwing butterfly. These are super pretty, aren't they? What color is that butterfly? That butterfly is green and black. Butterflies hover in soft morning light, a fragrant ritual and an amorous flight. That's why butterflies fly. How many green and black and yellow butterflies are in this picture? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, there's one more butterfly. Where is it? Can you find it? 5. It's kind of hiding, isn't it? But it's there. This butterfly is called a passion flower butterfly. This butterfly is what 3 colors? This butterfly is red. This butterfly is yellow. This butterfly is black. Butterflies dance in crimson gowns, weaving splashes of color to rainforest sounds. That's why butterflies fly. They're called passion flower butterflies because they love a specific kind of flower, and that is a passion flower, which is a really beautiful flower found in the rainforest. How many red butterflies can you find in this picture? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's it. There is a wing over here, but it's not a full butterfly. So it counts as 1/2. So we have 4.5 butterflies here. Last one. This is a painted lady butterfly. You can also find these all over the place, all around us. They're one of my favorite butterflies because they're so colorful and so friendly. Butterflies paint a palette so bright, a gift to the world, a symphonic flight. That's why butterflies fly. There are so many butterflies on this page. Do you want to try to count this many butterflies with me? All right, I'm up for the challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1/2. There's a wing over here in the corner. We have 9 butterflies and 1/2 in this picture. And then we have all the types of butterflies on one page. That's how I knew all that stuff. I didn't know it before I read this book, and now I do. Kind of like you. And that's the end. Thank you for helping me find all the butterflies in this book, and I hope you really liked it. I hope you liked counting with me, and I hope you liked identifying colors. Well, friends, that is all that I have for you this story time lesson. I hope to see you next week when you join in with me. I think next week I'll do something about harvesting, because right now everybody's gardens are giving us so many fruits and vegetables. So maybe we'll learn all about how to harvest fruits and vegetables next week. All right, well, I hope that you have a lovely weekend, and I will hopefully see you for the Storytime snippet on Wednesday. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. See you later. I hope you find tons of butterflies. Bye-bye.